It's definitely getting a little colder at this time of year in November for harvesting. But I find myself in a situation where my horse Reuben has a sore leg. And so I've treated him with some Comfrey poultices on his tendon, and it seems to be, working pretty well. But I ran out of my little packets, and I only have a little bit left on my leaves left on my comfrey plant. So I'm going to harvest those right now today so that I can do another application on Reuben's leg. And next year I'm going to have to, plant more comfrey plants because, I think this is a good thing. It's a really very medicinal plant that's good for bruises and sprains, muscle strains. In fact, comfrey is well known as the knit bone plant. So it's apparently very good for healing fractures, things that are that serious. So hopefully this is going to be something that's going to make him feel 100%, and that's what we want. Here's my little plant, what's left of it this year, and so what I'm going to do is just snip off basically the rest of these leaves, because this is a very, very hardy plant, and so it's going to grow back. Even if I take all these leaves off, it's very proliferate, so it'll grow back in abundance next year. And like I said, I'm going to be planting more of these because I like to have my favorite medicinal plants, plenty of them when I need it. So the comfrey leaf, this beautiful, very large leaf, it can get much larger than this. It has a lot of little crinkles, in the leaf veining, and it has very sturdy middle section, or the rib. And also on the back, it has these little tiny prickles. So those are just some of the ways that you can definitely identify comfrey. Okay, let's go inside. Okay, so we're back in the kitchen here, and I'm going to take our comfrey leaves that I just harvested and put them in my blender. So this is one of those fast blenders. It's a Ninja model, and there's not really too much to this. Let's see if I can get a better angle here. I don't even really have to wash this, but basically what I want to do is chop this, okay, into some smaller bits. And then I am going to add a little bit of water, not much, just to kind of get it going and see where we are with it. Okay, so I'm going to start this, power on, and pulse. Oops. That has to be down all the way. Pulse. Now this is late in the season, as I had mentioned, so I don't know if there's really a difference with the potency or the, the quality and character of the of my poultice, because it's winter. So, but we'll see what happens. Usually this mixes up, it blends up to being a very thick and mucilaginous consistency, and so it's nice. It really kind of sticks all together and makes a very nice poultice. So I hope you can see, this camera can, I think you can, because the light is hitting it. But it's a very thick, gooey mixture. And what I'm going to do now is turn this out onto some thick paper towels. And basically those are going to be sort of my my portions for when I apply it onto Ruben's leg. And it's best to use the thicker paper towels, like something that comes out of a box is pretty good. Or they also say Viva is also a good one too. So let's see, I don't have that many of these, so I might have to use some paper towels. We'll see how it goes. Okay, I want to make these packets just a little bit smaller because I want to store them basically in the freezer in some plastic sandwich bags. And I used to, you know, put the mixture just down on the paper towel, kind of fold it up into a little packet, and then wrap wax paper all around it, and then just kind of stack them one on top of the other, and then put them in the freezer. But I found that when I wanted to take one of the packets out, that they all stuck together. So what I want to do this time is just really keep them all completely separate. And I think it's going to be better so that I can retrieve just one at a time when I take them out of the freezer. And I use the Comfrey only for external purposes, okay? It's not for consumption. This is not yummy to eat or anything like that. It's not something I'm gonna eat. It's not something that I'm gonna feed to my horse. All right, so I wanna be mindful basically of the size of the packs. You know, of course I want them as large as possible, but just because, you know, the leg area is kind of long, but you know, I think we're just gonna make them about 6 inches, maybe by 4 or 3 inches, I think would be really good. And the thickness here is about 1/4 of an inch. And it has a lot of body. If you can tell from this video, this material has a lot of body. So I can practically kind of turn it upside down, or I can turn it upside down, and it still sticks to the spoon. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, just wrap this up. Actually, this has very little water in it, in my mixture, because it's not really bleeding through too much, and I guess that's good. That's a good thing. So when you unfreeze this, you can go through the effort of really kind of peeling this away. Generally, I keep the paper towels on it because it's a little bit more helpful in keeping the material intact, so that I can press it right to the area that I want. I think I'll just do this. Since this is not exactly big enough. Let's slide this end here. So it's kind of just a little packet like this. And I guess I'm only going to have, I don't know, maybe enough material for one more.
I think this is going to be either one more big one or 2 smaller ones. Let's make 2 smaller ones. There's that. Fold it into a packet.
And the chemicals in the Comfrey material are best activated when it's warm. So although I'm going to be freezing it, of course I'm going to thaw it out and just in some warm water, and then that's going to really kind of activate the material, activate the allantoin and other compounds that make this such a good medicinal treatment.
I ran out of my fine. And maybe I'll just kind of double up a little bit here.
So you have those. You can put them in one big freezer bag and then freeze this until I get to the barn. And what I'm going to do is show you how to apply the poultice onto my horse's leg. So I took out one of my packets, my frozen packets, and I put it into a tub of warm water so that it could thaw out. And I got a little bit of the water in the packet mixture, so I want to squeeze it out. And I'm unwrapping the paper towel from around the poultice, and I'm revealing that green Comfrey leaf poultice, which I'm going to apply directly onto his skin. So I'm going to put the poultice directly on the tendon side of his leg. And that's a piece of kind of packing paper that I have, and I moistened it a little bit so it's a little bit more pliable, and I'm wrapping that around the bottom part of his leg along with a cotton bandage, and then I'm just going to secure it there, leave it overnight, and this has been working pretty well for Reuben, and it takes down quite a lot of swelling and hopefully any kind of pain that he might be feeling. Finding the right kind of remedy is always a trial and error process, and so I always like to go straight to the actual plant itself, as medicine when I can, when I have the plant available. And this is completely holistic, so it's not toxic, even if I do this every day, and even for humans as well. So it's completely safe. So let me know in the comments if this is something that you've tried before, either for yourself or for your horses. And yeah, so I hope you enjoy this video, and here's to holistic remedies. Thanks for watching.